Glitch TV. So make sure you follow them.
Bada boom, bada bing. He's back in this thing. So he would say, I would say, people are creating profiles, but the pictures turn to the right when it should be straight. Yeah, I can fix it with $20, man. Yo, I can fix that, but it's $25. Everything was peas. Like, I'd already given him 2.5, but what happened? We didn't come to an agreement on who would maintain the site. So I guess he just left it to me. And then anytime I messaged him, because we hadn't had that correspondence speaking about that, then he was just charging. So then there was one, so I started giving him his little change, whatever. There was one time I just wanted one picture put up on the front of the site, not in a profile, just on the front of a site. And he was like, yo, man, yeah, I can do it, dog, but it's like $35. So I'm scratching my head. I'm like, no, this is getting too much now. So I said, don't worry about it. And I just basically worked it out myself. I just worked it out. I messed up a lot of the site, but I ended up trying to fix it. So in the site, you'd have your code. I'd used to copy the code, put it onto a notebook on my phone, on a laptop, mess around with it, mess it up, then just copy the original code back in. Site was back to normal again. So I started doing stuff like that, and then I started researching about certain websites and coding and rare to rare, and then it just got a lot. But let me go back to the database. While the site crashed, these hackers attacked the website. I didn't pay that guy extra money for security, so it was just some bland back-end normal security. Anyway, they kicked off the back door. They went through the back edge of the computer of the website, and they took the database and they boogied. Then they came back and they did something where they could advertise on my site without me knowing about it, and it ended up coming up on some porn site. They started promoting porn on my website just to take the piss, I guess. Then my site was on the Play Store, the Apple Store, so you could download the app version of my site. So you didn't have to go on your laptop. You could just have it on your phone. I think it was Google. I think Google emailed me and said, yeah, we've taken down your site because there's porn on there.
Serious?
Yeah. So then, once that happened now, I was like, oh, shit. What am I going to do? So anyway, Google said to me that the best thing you can do is use these brothers here. So they come with some mad company that clean websites from Trojan Horse. They call it Trojan Horse.
So it's internet protection.
Yeah. Trojan Horse viruses.
Yeah.
So they were like, you've got Trojan Horse viruses on your back end of your site. And basically these guys who's put it there, they can just come in and take new information from your site and just go out the door that they came in. But we got this company that can fix it. They did fix it, but they charged me something like £300 and something pounds. And then they said I have to pay every month to clean the site every month. I can't remember what it was. Okay. It was like £200 and something pounds a month just to clean the site.
Still a lot of peas, mate.
And this was a free website that I was getting a little change from with advertising, but it was more or less a free website. So for me to be paying 200 and whatever, plus all the other little fees and whatnot, it wasn't really worth it. So I basically cancelled the whole thing. So I feel like it went down in about 2016. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go into my emails to see the correspondence and when the actual site went live and such. But I'm sure there was like a 2-year break, and then I created Glitch TV 2018. And that's the reason why it said that 2018, because that's the year
that it started.
I started it.
Yeah. So when did you get the idea about the podcast? Because you got other platforms. Glitch TV is kind of like a host of all different other things you got going on. So where did the idea of the podcast come into play?
So
give us a bit.
So all right. So I started Glitch TV 2018 because I used to be an artist. I used to do music, rap. I've been in several different types of groups, and I've always put out music. I've always loved doing music since I was 23, 24. You get me? I'm double them figures now. So anyway, now, I realize that when you're putting out music, you can only really send it to your friends once. You can't constantly every day be sending your friends the same links. They get pissed off. They're like, what's wrong with this new? Like, his music's dead. I just don't want to tell him. Like, nothing ain't popping for you, man. Allow it. So I thought there needed to be a platform for artists to promote their music. We help you get the numbers that you feel that you should be getting. You get it?
Shout out that platform. What is it?
Glitch TV 2018 on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Instagram and TikTok, but mainly on Instagram. But we're just moving over to TikTok now. Our TikTok's popping still.
Yes. So with the podcast.
Yeah, so obviously we've done the Instagram thing. We've taken it to a nice little level. I think there's like 30,000 followers. There's a few accounts, but it all totals up to about 280,000 followers, something like that. So anyway, we've got a nice little following on Instagram, and we moved over to TikTok and was doing the same thing there. But then I thought, kind of need a podcast. Kind of need to jump over to this YouTube thing and these other little streaming sites, because I just feel like I want to branch out in it. So that's why I came up with Glitch TV Podcasts.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah. So before that, if we're gonna go a bit back into time without disclosing figures and stuff like that, what was you doing, or how did you come up? You went to school, college? What sort of route did you go down and stuff like that?
What, from school?
Yeah. Secondary school.
Yeah, so I went to secondary school in South. I was in primary school. I was more into football. I thought that I was going to be the new John Barnes. I thought I was the top boy at football. A man would
have never have known. Still,
yeah, bro. In primary, I lived and died ball, bro. Striker. I was loving the scoring of goals. I was always up top. I was like a black Gary Lineker.
Goal hanging in there.
Straight goal hanger. I'll be standing next to the keeper cracking jokes, trying to get him off his game. And then hook it's in his net and he's
hook it and running off like running away like Shearer.
I wasn't a great baller. I was just a mind worker on the pitch. So I was always looking and scheming and finding out a way of getting a defender off his game. That was my game, because I had a little pace, but I wasn't phenomenal. I had a little ball skill, but I wasn't phenomenal. I could put the ball where I say I'll put it. So if I say it's top right bins, that's where it's going, or bottom left or bottom right. That's it. I feel like that was my
man, like
accuracy.
Inzaghi.
Yeah,
Inzaghi's level.
And my little man got accuracy as well, but it's the next level accuracy. But that's another podcast. Sorry, that's another episode. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, so fast forward past secondary school.
So
did you go college?
Yeah, so flew through secondary. It was a boys' secondary, no gal.
Boys' school. Tell me.
Yeah, my brothers and my sister. My sister went to a all girls secondary. My two brothers went to a mixed. So for some reason, I don't know what my parents was thinking. My mum, especially, she was just like, "No, you're gonna go to this school, it's all boys." I was like, "All right, whatever." But I feel my friends was rolling, so that kind of made me think, "Yeah, let's do it." Went to that secondary school. It was all right. Still, I was just more into like gadgetry. So I was the one who worked out. You could use your little dinner card and push it in the door and open the classroom.
Things like okay.
Yeah, I was the guy that could look at a teacher's signature, and I could do it. just by looking at it once. So then I started selling people merit marks and stuff like that, so that they could go home and put on that show to their parents that they was good youths, but these times they was